For the latter one, some of you I can't help. You're on your own.
Freak.
This is your final warning. Assume the position, get down on the ground, and clean what you find. During my Italian honeymoon with my lovely wife in 2018, we had a casual conversation that quickly became serious. What started out first as casual web surfing on adoption sites clandestinely shifted into soft glances of love, as we slowly realized that deep down, like the Lion King's Nala and Simba, we did in fact want to consummate our love further through the act of kitten adoption. My wife landed on the page of Scottish Folds after searching through many sites. This little one cost money, but she was from a reputable breeder. And while I believe in giving all homeless and unwanted cats a loving home, as first-time pet parents, we believe that it was best for us to start young. And when I say young kitten, y'all, the other side said cha-changa! To make a long story short, we got back from Italy to New York, rented a car, and picked up little Leona no more than 3 days later. The drive was 3 hours each way from New York to Pennsylvania, and the crying on the return trip was threefold. I mean, Scottish Fold. I'm gonna talk about what it's like having a Scottish Fold in another video, but this video is about 6 things I've learned as a parent raising a kitten, now cat, before moving on to the next stage of parenting myself with my best friend and wife. 1. Always on my mind. Obviously, I expected to be mindful and aware of Leona before we brought her home, and hitting her 2-year mark now, I've realized that there are more minutes I think of her than there are in the day, so there is no doubt in my mind I would probably be doing the same for my own human child when they eventually come into this crazy, crazy world. You may be a parent already of a human child. Good for you, but knowing something is possible compared to living it are 2 entirely different things. I had a feeling I'd be doing this a lot, but now I know the meaning of a lot. It's a lot. When I go to the kitchen, just to make myself a sandwich, what am I thinking of? Avocado crema mixed on top of sourdough this time? No. I'm glossing over the whereabouts of my cat so I can see how much time I have to chew the damn meal in peace. If she hears me opening that bag of sliced turkey, it's all over, folks. Number 2, downplaying personality traits. When you are with any infant, you tend to relate to it through its traits. As an adult, you're looking for a way to connect, a way in to this little one as best as you can, so you can see how you can nurture it well, and or so it doesn't feel uncomfortable around you. For the latter one, some of you I can't help. You're on your own. Freak. When we took Leona home, the first few days were teasing and revealing. She was a little skittish, talkative, curious. One thing I did was give uniform excuses for everything I saw. Reason for her behavior right now? She's a baby. I totally categorized her. I don't know. Yeah, I'm an ageist. It's a free country. What I didn't realize was that these weren't the traits that would just settle down like most mature cats you see on TV pet food commercials. By comparison, my cat makes those guys look like addicts on diazepam. Today, she's familiar with most household noises, and for the ones she isn't, she runs like the wind. She's skilled skittish, meaning she reacts but knows how to coordinate all 4 of her legs rather than tumbling on every one of them like a strung-out puppet. Being a talkative kitten, I thought she would grow up and start to talk less, but that's not the case. This one, she could host her own daytime talk show. Strong opinions on everything. Meow this, meow that. Typical Generation Z SJF, social justice feline. Her curiosity has developed too. She wants answers when she goes around that corner. Did you throw that paperclip over there for reals? I want to know if that paperclip that you just threw is alive now that it's free. And if it is, can I kill it? I anticipate this will be similar with children. Whatever traits they show at the start, I will expect louder and more pricey. Number 3, it's their time, not yours. You think you're the master of your own domain now that you have an infant in the house? 9! You are a domestic assistant, cleaner, houseboy, butler, valet, footman, page, minion, mozo, or all of them wrapped into one. Proof comes to shove when you get berated vocally at 4:30 in the morning by a hungry or anxious cat. Ooh, do you like taking showers in the morning? I wasn't talking about the one you take at 8 a.m. I was talking about the one you take in the dead of night. Do you like being watched by something that resembles a silent Ewok while you shower? This may or may not happen with human babies. I mean, I know there are some weird ones out there, myself included. But when it comes to routines in the day, I realize I'll now have to react and prioritize the other schedules over mine. For the most part, my schedule will be less than secondary. Like 92% of the time. There are some okay parts to this though. I am realizing that waking up earlier and earlier isn't so bad. I'm realizing that changing my routines could be surprisingly refreshing and helpful to me as a person. Just don't body slam my crotch to get wet cat food, okay? Number 4, a mess to clean. Ever see a piece of poop randomly in the middle of the hallway? Is it a message of more to come? A death threat? Do you like cleaning vomit off of the hardwood floor or carpet? Primarily carpet. Then parenting is the genre you want to search on Netflix for your viewing tonight. This doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen frequently or often, what have you. Have you, May? I've realized that while most cats clean themselves, and boy, does it look weird when they are done. Not all messes are looked after by the ones who make them. You are expected to have a duster, vacuum, and Clorox wipes on your smartphone case if you raise pets and children under your one roof. Yes, it's your roof, but on the ground floor level, we are all God's children, and you are surviving an arena of poopy death. I need to be real with you. You will not make it. No. This is your final warning. Assume the position, get down on the ground, and clean what you find. It's definitely 100% your job. Number 5, growing up. Weird friends. When my beautiful child cat was less than 6 months old, you know who was her best friend? This oversized son of a gun. And my wife, obviously. Love you. You know who wasn't her best friend? The rest of the world. She was insulated, safe, and she was and still is my little baby. But man, was she little and was she mine! If anyone was blissfully ignorant, it was me. It was us, the parents. It wasn't her. And then, like life, pretty much a day passed and boom, she was making friends. I don't mean the occasional honorary uncles and aunts and grandparents who pick her up and take pictures with her. I'm talking about the friends that I didn't anticipate she would make. This was the strangest, hardest, funniest lesson to learn of them all. Your pet may make the occasional unexpected friendship with a neighborhood squirrel, dog, or kid. In our case, it was an Epson XP600 printer, all in one, that became her fellow Gilmore Girl. With every 100% recycled multi-purpose print that came out of its mechanical muzzle, she turns her head like a deer in headlights, runs over everything in sight, places her belly recklessly down on the vibrating beast like a French bohemian as it recited appliance poetry. Yes, I think my daughter has machine fever, and like my children of the future, I should be ready to love what they or who they love, because deep down, they have good intentions and good hearts. You know, it's just... But if that printer bastard hurts or breaks my little girl's heart. Number 6. Insta beauty. Insta famous.
To party rock. We came to get crunk. Yeah. How about you? Yeah. Bottoms up. Let's go round 2. Let's go. Shot, 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 shot.
all think of our child as beautiful. Step aside, Shirley Temple. Put your head in the sand, Elizabeth Taylor. My daughter, the next starlet of all starlets, and deserves to be on all mediums at all hours in the day. This last one is a doozy, folks. The lengths and extremities to which I have imagined myself solely responsible for my cat's future billion-dollar empire.
Quiet.
Of calendars, memes, t-shirts, beanie babies, in mugs has dwarfed every other aspiration I have ever thought of as my sole purpose in life. Children are our future, and when you have one, I now realize just how much of a future it will be a part of yours. It's not that I'm sharing a life here. There is a tendency, when I first started out with Leona, to write out her life for her, like a story. I thought it was okay because it wasn't every minute. She had breaks and days to herself. She's a union worker. And two, I was having fun with her, and I wanted everyone to have as much a friend in her as I did myself. I hope I don't go overboard when I have more kids on the way and I want to share everything about them with the world, because the movie rights will cost a fortune. But knowing most parents, we all tend to go overboard in every category at different points in time in their lives. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it, smash that like button, break your keyboard, and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, then I wish you nothing but hot showers in the morning at times of your choosing rather than the cat's. Peace be with you. Have a great week.